Humans are obsessed with leaving a mark. From the moment our ancestors first learned to scratch the walls of caves, we have been trying to tell the universe that we were here. But at some point, cave walls were no longer enough, so we decided to turn our own skin into personal diaries. Tattoos are the oldest form of self-expression, art that grows with you, ages with you, and stays with you until the very end. But what happens when the story you want to tell changes? What if that tattoo, once a symbol of rebellion, becomes an embarrassing memory or an obstacle to your future? For thousands of years, a tattoo literally meant forever. You either had to live with it or resort to primitive, painful methods to tear it away. But we now live in an incredible era where we use the most violent forces of physics to shatter ink inside your body without even touching the surface. It is a process that requires a spectacular collaboration between cutting-edge technology and your own biology, a journey that begins with a microscopic struggle you never knew existed. To understand how we erase a tattoo, we must first understand why it stays in the first place. Your skin isn't just a static cover, it's a complex, constantly moving defense system. The outer layer, called the epidermis, acts like a human conveyor belt. It produces new cells at the bottom and pushes old cells toward the surface to die and flake off. This process means that anything you draw on your skin will vanish in a matter of weeks. So how does a tattoo last for decades? The secret lies in a security breach. A tattoo needle isn't just a drawing tool, it's an insertion device that bypasses the epidermis to deposit ink into the dermis. The dermis is a stable region, packed with nerves and blood vessels. As soon as the ink settles there, your body immediately recognizes a chemical invasion. This is where we meet our microscopic heroes, macrophages. These cells are the elite troops of your immune system, programmed to swallow and destroy any foreign invader. They rush to the ink and begin trying to eat it. However, tattoo ink particles are gargantuan compared to these tiny cells. The cells fail to destroy the ink, so they do the next best thing. They trap it. They hold the ink within their microscopic guts forever, staying locked in place to protect the rest of your body. The tattoo you see in the mirror is actually the result of your immune system's defeat. It is millions of cells that tried to protect you and became prisoners of the pigment instead. This is where science intervenes with its cosmic hammer, the laser. Tattoo removal isn't about burning the skin. It's based on physics called selective photothermolysis. The device fires pulses of energy so incredibly short that they're measured in picoseconds, a trillionth of a second. This extreme speed is the key. It heats the ink particles so fast that it expands and explodes from the shock wave before the heat even has a chance to burn the surrounding skin. We are shattering the rocks inside the cells without damaging the city around them. But there is a colorful challenge. Light interacts with different colors in different ways. Black ink is the perfect target because it absorbs all light wavelengths, taking in all the energy and exploding easily. But what about colored tattoos? Green ink reflects green light. Red ink reflects red light. If you use the wrong laser, the light will pass right through the ink without touching it. Therefore, the technician must be a master of physics, using specific laser frequencies to trick the colored ink into absorbing the energy and self-destructing. But here, we must pause to look at the side many people don't talk about, the terrifying health risks of this process. When the laser shatters ink particles, they don't just vanish from existence, they turn into much smaller fragments. This is where the real trouble begins. Tattoo inks are not always innocent, natural substances. Many contain heavy metals like lead, cobalt, and mercury, or even chemicals used in car paint and printer inks. As long as these materials are trapped in large particles in your skin, they are relatively inert. But once the laser breaks them down, these toxic cocktails are liberated and become free-roaming in your bloodstream. There's a danger known as systemic toxicity. When these heavy metals turn into microscopic particles, they can travel to other vital organs. Studies have shown that remnants of shattered tattoo ink can settle in your lymph nodes forever. In fact, surgeons have found that the lymph nodes of some tattooed individuals appear in bright colors like green or blue during surgery, a phenomenon that can mislead doctors into thinking these nodes are cancerous during imaging scans. Additionally, the extreme heat from the laser can trigger chemical reactions inside the skin that turn some pigments into known carcinogens, such as aromatic amines, which are suddenly released into your system.
The risks don't stop at chemical toxins, they extend to your immune system's own reactions. Sometimes, when the ink is shattered, the body suddenly recognizes it as a brand new enemy, leading to violent allergic reactions, bouts of eczema, or even the appearance of raised scars called keloids, where the skin builds up fibrous tissue in a frenzy to repair the destruction caused by the laser. Furthermore, a person with a weakened kidney or a compromised liver might face significant difficulty processing this sudden flood of chemical waste pouring into their system. After the laser completes its dangerous mission and turns the ink into atomic dust, the final cleaning phase begins, taking months. The immune cells return to swallow these tiny shards and carry them on a one-way trip to the lymphatic system. From there, this chemical waste is transported to the liver and kidneys, and eventually your body flushes it out just like any other toxin. Yes, this means you are literally excreting your colored past out of your body. Because this process requires a monumental biological effort, sessions cannot be done close together. Your body needs a long time to manage this toxic load and clean the battlefield without collapsing. Ultimately, tattoo removal is a reminder of how complex and magnificent this envelope we call skin is. It's a costly, painful journey filled with scientific and biological risks. Science has given us a second chance to erase the mistakes of the past, but this chance comes at a price. It's a partnership between destructive laser physics and an immune system that never tires of protecting and purifying you, even from the substances you chose to put there yourself. Your skin tells the story of your life, and whether you choose to keep your tattoo or erase it, always remember that the greatest machine in this universe is you. Every cell in your body is working hard to ensure you remain you at your best, regardless of the decisions you made in the past. Think twice before you ink, and think 10 times before you decide to use a laser to wipe it away.